Yo, what is going on, everybody? I'm Canada's Own, and we're back for episode number 2 of our Pittsburgh Pirates franchise revival series here. So, there's a few things I want to go over. We've gone through the 40-man. We've selected everybody that I feel is needed to be on that 40-man or is needed to be protected. We've given arbitration to damn near everybody and renewed basically everybody. And then, yeah, we've gone arbitration. I wanted to try and make an offer for O'Neill Cruz, but it's what happens when you bat 300 and hit almost 30 homers is you're expensive. And we don't have that kind of money yet. We're still sitting at that $13.3 million threshold. One thing I did want to show you guys was Jared Jones. We might be able to snag on an 8-year deal for $8 million. That's the MLB's game design flaw. I'm not sorry. It's going to help us big time going forward to secure a young arm for $1 million a year. So he's always going to be able to be traded if he doesn't pan out. Ji-Hwan Bae is another guy that I kind of just threw a little bit of money at to throw him on the 40-man roster and have him platoon for us at a whole bunch of positions. And then Endy Rodriguez, just a solid backup catcher to Drake Baldwin probably for the foreseeable future. Hopefully he can bat in that 230 to 250 range and maybe hit me 10-ish homers a year. 10 to 15 homers, I think that'd be nice. And he plays decent defense, so I'm fine with that. In the last episode, actually, we didn't do that in the last episode. Player contracts, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do coach contracts. We picked up our new manager, Jason Scholes. We've got Jason Hunt as the hitting coach, Oscar Marine as the pitching coach. Actually, he looks horrible. Let's try and get somebody else, like this guy. Let's hope that he signs that. Let's look back at the coach contract. Then we've got Tarek Barak. He's pretty horrible as well, so we're going to fire him. We're going to fire the third base coach as well. I did not know that our coaches were this terrible. Oh yeah, I'm willing to pay for that coach. Yep. And then let's get us a third base coach as well. We've got him for first. I don't mind the -2 in blocking, so let's go with Josh Miller as well here. There we go. Do we have a farm director? Let's make sure. Farm director, he's fine. -3 clutch, I can live with that for now. But everybody else, hopefully we're able to get those guys as well, now that I notice how awful our staff was. We get Ray Diaz. Joe Ryan gets traded to the Astros for Jeremy Pena. Today is a day to offer contract to free agents. Yes! I wrote out a little checklist here. Where is it? So, my target for the offseason was, quote, a big bat. Didn't write who. I haven't looked. I try to keep this fresh in my head when I start recording these because I don't want to come in super scripted and then it kind of just falls apart. So I like to kind of roll on the fly. So I put down a big bat. Second priority is a number 2/number 3 starter. So I'm going to basically go behind Jared Jones in the rotation. And then a strong bullpen arm. I think that with those, we would look pretty good. I am not interested in Michael King because he's asking for $30 million. Walker Buehler is not a bad... How did he play last year? A 3.6? Why not? And then let me see a bullpen arm. Hells wants... Luke Weaver? How does he play in the sim? Pretty good, it looks like. Honestly, I'm thinking about Josh Naylor or Ryan O'Hearn here. What did Josh do? 28 bombs? Let's look at Josh Naylor. Yeah, we're going to look at Josh Naylor there because then I believe... what is his name? Spencer Horwitz can play, yes, he can also play second base, and we're not really sold on Tamar Johnson, Nick Gonzalez, or Jared Triolo, if I'm being honest, even Ji-Hwan Bae. I'm totally fine with any of these guys becoming a bench bat or a platoon bat. 2 years at 13, I can give him exactly that. How old is he? 31? We'd be cutting it close on that third year. Okay, I'm going to do this. We're going to send her. We're sending that deal. I mean, we can look at arbitration, but I'm pretty sure we offered everybody here. I offered O'Neill Cruz. I don't really care if we lose it, if I'm being honest. Jason Foley, same thing. What I'm not going to do is pay him that much money. Foles is great, but he's not that great. We could try... Yeah, but I've got him under control for a while. All these guys I have under control for a comfortable amount of time, so we might as well... Yeah, we offered everybody, so we're fine there. We're going to go again. Mike Burrows gets claimed. Now or never. We got to try Luke. We can get him up. We can go to 12 if that's going to help. I mean, I don't know if it'll sign for him. Contract decision incoming. Do we get Luke Weaver? I don't think we do. I think he's a Yankee. Or he's a Brewer or a Brave, I believe it was. I don't think we're going to land him. Let's see. 1 year, 11.89. We gave him 1 year, 12. I mean, the Yankees are definitely better, so I don't blame him. Walker Buehler, contract decision incoming. Oh, shiver me timbers. I'm heading to Pittsburgh. Walker Buehler. We pick him up at 2 years, just under that 13.3 threshold. Josh Naylor is still locked. All free agents. Show me relievers again. Hunter Harvey. Devin Williams is still on the board. A 5.8 ERA. What the hell happened to him? Matt Strahm, a shutdown lefty. This could be helpful. Okay. Dylan Cease goes to the Red Sox. Cease without a beard looks kind of funny. So I'm just going to keep going here until we get to a point where we can offer a contract, and then I'll stop back in with you guys when we can actually do that. Alrighty, boys. So I'm here at the Rule 5 draft, and Garrett Cole was left off the 40-man by the Yanks. I don't know how that was possible. Tristan McKenzie is there. How is he a 59 overall? Did he get hurt? What the hell happened to Tristan McKenzie? Oh, he's made 20 starts in 3 years, I guess, but that's crazy. The fall off of some of these guys. Robert Stevenson was signed by the Angels, I believe. Yeah. I mean, this could be our reliever here. Are we against having Robert Stevenson? Now, he's expensive. Michael Kopech? Hold on. I'll pick up Cope. Boom. Okay. I'm totally okay with making a move like that. Like, having Michael Kopech on the roster, he's just a fireballer. I'll give him a 3-year deal. Sure. Let's try that. Let's see if he signs that. And then we got a day to look at free agency again one more time. I don't believe we have anybody. Yeah. Okay. Back to simulating. I just stopped because I saw Garrett Cole in the Rule 5 draft, so I thought that was funny. I'll see you guys in a second. Alrighty, boys. I tried to go one more week. We had his motivation to sign all the way up to 68%. And I went one more week, hoping that we could get Josh Naylor here. And I don't think we're going to get him at the threshold that we can afford. Contract decisions coming in. I think he's going to be a Twin, is who the #1 offer was. Or at least that's whose #1 interest was, which sucks. But, I mean, it's just the life of having an owner that doesn't spend a whole lot. He goes back to Arizona. We couldn't do it. He signed 4 years, 14. So we were close, but not enough. So now we will go back to the second baseman, and we will take Spencer Horwitz, move him back to first. Okay, let's go to the end of... I don't have anybody on my big board. It's over for us, unfortunately. No, we're not jumping into anything in spring training. As much as I would love to see Michael Kopech throw, we're not going to do that. It's fine. I'm not interested in our spring training. We did, however, go 14 and 14. What does Paul want? He's got to be in the 30 mil now. Yep, he's getting there. Oh, man, he is getting expensive. We got to get on this. We got 4 years to get Paul Skenes back. So let's look at this rotation really fast. Set this up. We're going to go... Yeah, we're going to go Skenes, Jones, Keller, Buehler, Falter with Mlodzinski in long relief, Bednar, Kopech. Yeah, I don't hate this. And then Joey Wentz, Hunter Stratton, and David Bednar, I'm not going to lie, are all on a very short leash. And then we look at the lineups. Let's set this together here. Brian Reynolds, I don't really want him to lead off. Wow. Do we have anybody who hits righties really well? Baldwin hits righties well, but I mean, you know what? No, we'll put him in the 2 spot. Actually, he's got 66 versus 40. Oof. Chase Mydroth can hit him kind of decently. Let's go like that. Reynolds in the 5, Gonzalez, Ke'Bryan, Jack Sawinski, Andrew McCutchen in left, except instead of that, we're going to put Sawinski in left. Kutch. Maybe we go Cliff. Yeah, 74 power. Let's get Ryan Clifford in there. Over Nick Gonzalez as well. So we're going to bet him 6. And then versus lefties, we will go with Gonzalez, then Reynolds, then, oof. then Andrew McCutcheon in the 3, then Cruz, then Horwitz, Paguero, Mydroth, Baldwin, Hayes. I feel like Ryan Clifford has got to play on some of these days. You know what? We're going to boost Clifford's confidence for now. We're going to let him hit against the righties. That's what he crushes. Let him do that. Why not? Let's see how game number 1 of the year goes. Custom game entry. Let's make sure. Let's see that. Okay. Let's see if we can get into a game here. First game of the year. Skenes versus Reagans. And Spencer Horwitz is hurt already. To the 60-day IL he goes. We've already got to change the lineup. That is our 3-hitter who just went down. Who in the outfield can play first base? Apparently nobody. That's not good. Ryan Clifford can play first base. But we get a win on game 1 of the year. Game 2. We've got 27 guys in AAA. That needs to change. Let's go all the way down to Aaron McKeithen. Class A ball. Sorry, dude. Yeah, okay. Let's see. I'm going to try and get us into a game here. Let's go until we can... They can do whatever. Dennis Santana, I want to get us in on offense. I'm hoping to get us in on offense. For now, come on, get me in a game here. Hey, we're on offense. Let's go. We're down 1-0. I don't know how many outs there are, but it's the bottom of the 9th. It appears to be no outs. I lied. There's 1 out. I lied. There's nobody out. Never mind. Got a man on first with Mydroth at the dish. That's tagged. That's going to get down. That's going to find... Yeah, dude, that's green. Oh, he's got to go. You got to get down. Slide safe. Who is in the 3-hole? Is it Cruz or is it, what's his name? Who's up? Oh, Brian Reynolds. This is your go-to guy. Is it enough? I don't think it is. Oh, that might be stupid. The throw is off. Oh, a man on third with 1 out. Here we go. Here we go. What is it, O'Neill now? It's Ryan Clifford. Wait, what? Where's O'Neill Cruz? Why is O'Neill Cruz batting 9th? How does that happen? Subs. Where are all my bench bats? He does not hit lefties well. You know who does? Nick Gonzalez. We're bringing him in. I'm just looking to take a ball the other way here. I'm looking to take a ball the other way. There it is. I don't know if it's over the fence or it's down, but it's down. That's a walk-off win here off the bat of Nick Gonzalez. We're looking good. I'm going to get back to simulating here. We're going to do all the scouting and everything. We'll stop again at the All-Star break when I see you guys next. We'll go through the trade deadline and all that. And then, yeah, we'll go through the draft, All-Star break, trade deadline, contract extensions, and then we're going to get going to the end of the regular season. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Alrighty, fellas. Not trade deadline. Draft day is here. And we're going in. We're going to go sort by who we scouted. This guy, this Walt Stahl kid, this might be our number 1 here. But I wrote a few guys down. That Carlos Pulido guy is back in the draft. He's right here. He's actually gotten worse. Originally, he was projected 1st-round pick. Now we have him projected in the 2nd round. And MLB has him projected in, I believe it was the 3rd or 4th round. We're hoping our big one is Micah Aparicio or Walt Stahl. We're hoping for either because we pick at 37 and 17. It's possible that we could even get both. So if we get lucky, we're getting both. But I think I'm taking Walt first. Alvin McGinnis goes number 1 to the Jays there. They jumped 5 spots in the draft lottery. They went from 6 to 1. The Sox stayed at 2. I didn't even see who they picked. Number 3. Are you kidding me? How is a guy who's projected 43rd? What do they have, the same scouts as us? Antonio Mateo's pretty legit, but I think we're going to go Micah for now. Micah was the original number 1 till I saw Walt, so at least we still get one of our guys. Favorite pick in the world. Carlos Pulido is still there. Len Christensen. Donnell Hand. I think we're going to take Pulido. Believe we took him last year, if I'm not mistaken. I may be tweaking, though. Amari Rosario, that's a big guy. Doesn't throw very hard, though. Maybe we take Amari. I think he's Our next highest rated guy, so we might as well stick with him. There's nothing wrong with taking pitching. I mean, I feel like you can never have too much good pitching. Ryan Murphy here. A decent bat, very fast. A crazy good bat, but we have no idea what the scouting progress is. We have no idea what he could be. We have that guy ranked 43rd, so we're going to take Ryan Murphy. Let's hope Mariano Guzman is still there. He is. I think we're going to take him there as well. And then our next pick, we are going to have to fly off the board here. 6'5", 200. Why not? Take a flyer on a reliever late in the draft. We got another one here. Michael Groves, does he throw hard? Nope. Does he throw hard? Not really. Ay. Does he throw hard? He does. Brooke McKinley. Welcome. There it is. End of the first-year player draft. We're going to go into the break with a loss, unfortunately. Let's look at the home run derby. I'm unsure if we've got anybody. We do not. I'm curious if we have anyone over 20 homers. That would be cool. Nobody leading the way in the All-Star vote. Let's see. So we'll go through the derby. I guess we'll go through the All-Star game as well, because we don't have anybody starting. So let's see. Oh man. So old Paul Skenes must have fallen apart because he didn't get in. Dennis Santana gets in again, though. That's his second straight All-Star appearance. He's got 30 saves at the All-Star break again with a better ERA than last year somehow. Drake Baldwin, a 260, a 780 OPS, 13 homers, 40 RBIs. Hell yeah. Luis Ariz gets in. Tyler Fitzgerald, Ketel Marte, Austin Riley, Nolan Arenado. IKF in Colorado now. Lands himself an All-Star nod as the charity appearance, it looks like. Yeah, and that's it. So we get Dennis Santana and Drake Baldwin. Actually, let's look at the American League. No Tarek Skubal, which I'm noticing. Torque gets in. Glaber gets in Seattle. Rafael Devers, Michael Garcia. Okay. Oh my goodness, Parker Meadows gets himself in there. Holy cow. Aaron Judge and Travis Bazzana gets in. That's pretty cool. Okay, so now that's not what I wanted to do. We're going to simulate. We'll sign these draft picks together. I don't really have a target for what I want to do at the deadline this year. Like, I think... please sign this. Oh, okay. So we actually sign our first pick this year. We get Ryan Murphy as well. Polito's a dickhead, apparently. What we will do is remove him and put that guy in there because we need to get that percentage up. It's every 2 days, right? Yeah. Today's the day to sign draft picks. We're going to try and get these guys. Like I was saying, I don't really have a plan for the deadline. I'm not sure what direction I want to move in, if I want to sell, if I want to buy with what we have. We get Amari Rosario. Mariano Guzman is a prick. I don't even want to sign him. Like, if I look at trade talks, what do we need? We need a shortstop. That's... Mydroth is good, but if I can play him at second, I will. Tamar Johnson might be getting the call up, but if I look at Nick Gonzalez and... Do we have a top? Problem is we don't have really any prospects either. Alex Canario. Show me a shortstop from somebody. Gunnar Henderson. Let's see. Anthony Volpe, how's he hitting? Poorly. Oswald Peraza, also hitting poorly. Jose Caballero. Not enough pop. I need a bat. I need a real bat. Brooks Baldwin is there. Nope. Colson Montgomery. CJ Abrams, potentially. We can pick up CJ Abrams right now. We're picking up CJ Abrams. There's your big trade. And he was an 83, right? I didn't read that wrong. Beautiful. He's an 83. Chase Mydroth is going to be moved to second base now. He's going to play second. CJ's going to come in and probably, honestly, bat leadoff as well. And he's going to play short. And now we got a guy named CJ Abrams who's going to man the middle with Chase Mydroth. And I think we actually look pretty good because of that. What does he want for an extension, though? If I get him 5 years... Come on. Let's get him to 13 13-2. Will he accept that? Okay, right there. 13-3. Oh, this will get him. Okay. C.J. Abrams extension out of the way. We've traded for a guy who's no longer a rental, which that's big for us because now we basically bought out the last year and a half of his arbitration, and we're going to be able to have him under control until he is 29 years old. Okay, deadline to sign draft picks was today. We can view them now. Boom! Micah Aparicio, 91 potential at 18 years old. He's going to be great. 84 potential for Carlos Pulido. And he starts at a 60, so he's going to start down there with probably Micah. Amari Rosario, I don't mind this. He could always become a reliever as well. Mariano Guzman, he's got good hitting numbers. Maybe he starts in the bigs for us next year and then he disappears. So let's look. Before we get going here, let's look at the standings. We have fallen out of a wild card spot. We're half a game out now. We've got to lock in these next, September call-ups is in a month. These next 2 months are going to be, this next month is crucial. Winning games against teams like Colorado, against teams like Milwaukee, St. Louis, teams in our division, Chicago, are going to be crucial for the state of this team. That puts us in that third wild card spot. We got to keep climbing. We're going to get to simulating. I'll stop and talk to you guys in just a second at the end of the regular season. Ladies and gentlemen, we are stopping here because I have made the call down to AAA. And we have called up Termarr Johnson. We're player locking as him. We're getting him his first major league hit, possibly. We're going to get a couple at bats. You guys are going to get to see me play, see if I'm any good. Talk some crap in the comments, maybe. Let me know how much worse I am than you. But we're going to try and land ourselves a hit here with Termarr Johnson in his first appearance in the bigs. He's playing in left field for us. I told him, if you want to get called to the bigs, you want to get up here sooner, you got to play left. Oh, my goodness gracious, Dylan Cease, go get the ball out of the Allegheny right now. A nuke to right field. His first major league hit on his first major league pitch. Termarr Johnson is back at the dish. We're sitting in inner half of the plate. We sat right. Does it get down though? It does. Oh my goodness. Termarr Johnson's 2 for 2 to start his career. He's got a double and a homer. That's going to do it. We go 2 for 3 in the debut with what? An RBI? 2 RBIs? At least one. Put that ball 450 feet. He gets player of the game in his first game of the bigs. We're going to get back to simulating, though. Dennis Santana picks up his 33rd save. Mitch Keller goes 6 1/3, gives up 4. But very high-quality start there for him. We're going to get back to simulating. I will see you guys, hopefully, in a wild card chase. Boys, I have devastating news. This team is on the verge of finishing with the exact same record as last year. We were beating teams when we needed to beat them. The sinker to the ship was this series right here. It took us from tied with Philly for that third wild card spot going into it, put us 3 games out, and we won 2 here, but Philly won another, and it didn't matter. Thus, we have been eliminated yet again. Our best possible outcome, finishing just shy. MVP goes to Bryce Harper, his 3rd of his career now. Jeez. Zach Wheeler gets your Cy Young. Bryce Harper also wins the batting title. Andrew Wantz, reliever of the year in Washington. Jack Caglione in St. Louis for some odd reason. Don't know how that happened. Bryce Harper also gets your Hank Aaron. Gold glove goes to John Means, Francisco Alvarez, Matt Olson, Bryce Turang. Key Brian Hayes picks up another one. Love to see it. Ha-Sung Kim, forgive me, not Ha-Sung. Ha-Sung Kim in New York somehow was traded a year into his deal. Jackson Churio gets one. Jacob Young gets one. Corbin Carroll. Silver Sluggers go to Shohei, Will Smith, Bryce Harper, Ketel Marte, Austin Riley, Ellie De La Cruz. C.J. Abrams finishes 2nd. Kyle Schwarber gets one in San Diego. Don't ask me how. Juan Soto is beaten by him and Brandon Nimmo as well. James Wood gets one, and Ronald Acuna gets one. Drake Baldwin, spectacular sophomore season. 263, 790 OPS, 22 homers, 72 RBIs. I love it. Andy Rodriguez is the backup catcher, was fine, didn't play a whole lot, so I guess you can't really expect a rhythm. Spencer Horwitz, an injury-riddled season for sure, thankfully on a cheap contract still. Bats 290 though, 14 bombs, can't really complain. Ryan Clifford was on pace for a great season. And then as soon as we acknowledged that he was having a great season, he broke his forearm and missed the rest of the year. But he was really good when he was playing. Tamar Johnson got called up. Had a great first game when we controlled him. But after that, kind of fell apart. The attributes are way up. He was kicking the crap out of everyone in AAA. Like, look at the pluses here. He was ridiculous. G1 Bay came up and was actually pretty good in the 4 games that he played. 5 hits and 18 ABs, 3 doubles, an RBI, 280. Ke'Bryan Hayes, though. Talk about a random season for this guy. 21 homers, 68 RBIs at age 29. Bats 220, 271 OBP, a 633 OPS, but 21 homers. Explain it to me. Explain it to me. Because he doesn't hit any doubles. He gets no extra base hits. Everything he gets, he had 40 extra base hits on the season of his 130 hits. Come on. But who cares? Like, he got another Gold Glove, 21 bombs. I can live with it, I guess. CJ Abrams, excellent pickup, I think. 23 homers, 78 RBIs. Ups his career high in RBIs by 1. Ups the hits by a good chunk. Batted 265. That's a career season as well. So, very happy with that. Chase Mydroth, average was 250. 12 homers, 52 RBIs. Can't really complain. He's got some crazy pluses coming on as well. Nick York, don't know how he ended up in the bigs. Didn't call him up. O'Neal Cruz bounced back pretty well. Was batting just over 220 for a while. Got the OPS up into the 830s towards the end of the year, but then must have slumped. 24 homers, 76 RBIs. I guess it's not the end of the world. Jack Sawinski found his way to the bench after a while once we picked up CJ, just because the 214 average and the slug and the OBP don't make up for his shortcomings. And then Brian Reynolds, once he came back, was okay. Like I said, was off to a good start, struggled, tore his hamstring, missed a lot of time. Andrew McCutcheon, though, don't know why they sent him to AAA. He was our best offensive hitter this year, I'd argue. 270 and almost 800 OPS, probably second to Drake Baldwin, if I'm being honest. 78 RBIs, 18 homers. He eclipsed 350 homers. He's 20 doubles shy, which actually, don't know why he's in AAA, but he's 20 doubles shy of 500 doubles. So, pretty damn good season for the 39-year-old man. So let's see, how is the playoffs looking? Detroit and Texas, Washington and Atlanta. Detroit and Washington in the World Series. The Tigers beat the Nats in the World Series. Who are your MVPs there? World Series MVP, Ahmed Rosario. What? World Series MVP, and he was playoff MVP. I think I'm going to start doing these episodes every Friday. Call it Franchise Friday, maybe. But I was really happy with how the first video turned out. I really liked making the thumbnail. I liked watching through all the footage. I really enjoyed recording this one, so I hope you guys feel the same. But with that being said, that is going to do it for this one. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget, I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5 p.m. PST. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.